Hi guys, just doing a quick video on how to keep your lower leg in the right position. This has been something I've struggled with if you've been following any of my sort of before and after. So as part of the British Showjumper Pro, what I did was I took a video at the beginning and a video at the end, and I think the funniest one was my sitting trot, which the first time I did sitting trot on her was probably like 6 months ago now, and it was hideous, absolutely hideous. Like, honestly, the instructor asked me to do it and I thought I was going to break her back. That's how unbalanced I was. I was like bouncing up and down. It felt like I was going to fall off every 2 seconds, and then I committed and I was like, right, okay, I'm not very good at this, so it's a skill. I've got to do 10 minutes every single time I ride. I'm just on sitting trot, and over the course of sort of 2 to 3 weeks, again, I just felt like I was breaking her back, and I kept saying to my instructor, I was like, am I going to hurt her? Like, and she was like, no, she's a big horse, like your weight is not enough to hurt her, so just get used to kind of sitting and get your seat in a better position, because overall you're going to help her in the long term by having a better seat. And I was doing some sitting trot today, and I was just amazed at the difference. Like, now my rider fit is so much better anyway after going through that plan, and just working on my glutes. So I did a lot of work on my sort of the muscles around your hips and making sure I've got the right muscles switched on, because we can become quite imbalanced as riders, and your adductors, the muscles on the inside of your leg, get very strong. Your abductors get weak, so just concentrating a lot on getting those abductors and getting the right type as well, because you're not doing rotation that much. So sometimes we do sort of like a straight leg raise into abduction, which you can see inside the course. And yeah, so just looking really at what I would go away and do is looking at your lower leg control and things that you can do for that. So sitting trot is a really good way of doing that. And also, I found this week the biggest thing was actually watching another lady ride, who I've never seen her ride actually. She's very good rider, and she was trying to get the horse's head up a bit. So with Rio, we finally moved on to the next stage where I'm keeping, because before I was just doing left right just to get obedience, and now I'm actually able to keep my hand still, get flexion to the inside, but I'm just trying to get my leg to keep her head up. So she goes very long and low, which she could do all day every day, but actually to build that top line, what I need her to do is to lift her head and actually come and sit back on her hind end and actually drive forward underneath me. And so some of the things that I was finding is sitting back a little bit so that the engine is coming from the back and you're in the kind of the driving position of it, and lifting the hand slightly, so lifting the inside hand, keeping the outside hand down, and a little bit more fixed, always having hands soft, but just fixing a little bit more to stop that drifting of the shoulders to the outside. And what I was finding as well is watching her, she was getting the horse up and in front of her, but her lower leg just absolutely did not move. I mean, she was, she had spurs on, she was getting the horse up. He's quite a sluggish horse at times. So yeah, her leg was absolutely dead still, and I was like, that is not what my leg looks like. My leg is all over the place, like back and forward, and all the pictures of when I was jumping when I was a child, like all my toes are pointing down. I was like, I don't want to look like that. I want to look stylish over the fence. I want to be in a good position. I want to be in a secure position. And so that's my kind of next thing now, is to take some pictures of me actually going over the fence, making sure that my toes are facing forward, making sure that my heels are down, that my hands are in the right position, that I'm not just holding onto her hair and her mane and neck and just resting on there, because I don't want to do that. I want to be the best rider that I can be, and that will mean sort of doing the job, but also in a good position, in good control position, so that I can help the horse if I need to. So exercises for you then, if you want to help your lower leg, make sure you take a video so you know what you look like before. See if you can analyse that yourself, ask some experienced people to look at it and see if they can give you any tips, and then really commit to one skill and just say, right, that's all I'm going to work on. So a lot of elite athletes do this. They focus on one thing for a period of time and just practice till they perfect it, then they move on to the next thing. So often what we try and do is too many things. So we'll be like, okay, we want to improve our dressage score and we want to get faster at jumping, and we're not specific enough. So we're not like, right, I want to be able to hit the perfect stride every single time over a 3-foot fence, every single time. And until you can do that, you don't want to be focusing on anything else, because you just want to focus on one thing and then you won't get distracted. Other things for lower leg is you can do squats. So